believe that this home is clearly tied to the student suspect. In fact, the last name matches exactly. The house, you can't quite see it because it's tucked away on this street, and this is a subdivision called Lakeside Village, is now, I believe, really blanketed by all sorts of police. When I say police, I'm talking about the ATF, Brazoria County Sheriff's Office. They've been coming and going up the street for the better part of the last, I'd say, 3.5 hours. They've blocked it off. When we first got here, there was no media. There weren't as many police, but they were certainly interested in the house at the end of the block. It hasn't seemed to me, and of course I'm not an expert, I'm a reporter, that they've taken really a tactical stance, outfitted in gear. They had battering rams, they had pry bars. In terms of in my view, from my experience as a reporter, it didn't seem to we were sort of going into a situation that they thought was imminently dangerous. With that being said, we haven't seen anybody who is not police come out of that house. I have not seen, and they've now actually kind of blocked it off. To give you an idea where the house is, you can see the Tahoes that are sort of butted up against each other. It's right behind there where those folks have been staging and going in and out of the house that's sort of tucked away in the corner of this street in the Lakeside Village subdivision. And we want to help these guys out because there are other people trying to do reports too right behind us. But the police have been here for hours now. Exactly what their interest is. Did the suspect live here? Well, I want to tell you, according to neighbors, a neighbor who lives on the corner here, he believes that the father of the suspect most certainly lives here. Another neighbor reports that a few years ago, the FBI visited that home that the FBI, ATF, and other police agencies are now so interested in. But exactly who lives there, having it nailed down, we do know it's the same last name. I believe it is the father of the suspect lived there, is another question. A question that makes me doubt that just a bit is that, keep in mind, we're in a different city and county than Santa Fe. Santa Fe is in Galveston County. This is Alvin, Brazoria County. There is that other address, that smaller home where Jake has been reporting from, that's closer to the high school. I don't know what the relationship is between the two houses the suspect may have lived. I hope to have that in the coming minutes and hours. But most certainly, this house at the end of this block is tied to the suspect in some way. What's inside of that house? I think that's what all these police agencies are trying to determine at this point. Let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Joel. We heard from Texas Governor Greg Abbott that 2 homes were being searched for explosive devices. He mentioned specifically CO2 and Molotov cocktails, not only in homes, but also a vehicle.
And waiting to look into that vehicle as well.